incredible afternoon or incredible morning, incredible evening, depending on when you are watching this video. How are you guys doing? So as you can see from the title of this video, we are going to add some photos to PNG templates for tumblers where it has an opening for images. This is a question that I see asked quite often in different groups. So I'm going to show you how to add these pictures to Silhouette, how to add these images to your template in Silhouette Studio. All right. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into this. So first, hello everybody. How are you guys doing? I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC. We are the parent company of Silhouettes Anonymous. I'm sorry, HS Inc. 365, which is the parent company of Silhouettes Anonymous, where I have been teaching you guys how to design in Silhouette Studio for the past 7 years. If you don't know, Silhouette Studio, although it is used to control the Cameo machine, so it's just like your cutting machine for shirts and decals and things like that, you can use Silhouette Studio as a standalone graphic designing software. So standalone, it's just like using Photoshop or Illustrator. So if you are new to the creative space or you're just looking for a software where you can design freely, you can use Silhouette Studio. That base program is absolutely free. Now, if you want to do any of the upgrades, they are a one-time fee. But Silhouette Studio is a great way to break into graphic designing because it's not as complicated as some of the other softwares like Photoshop, Illustrator, Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, and things like that, okay? And then, of course, if you get a Cameo machine, you can use it for different cutting things like to start your own t-shirt business, to make tumblers, like to print out to make tumblers, do chip bags, party decor. I've done all of that with Silhouette Studio. But as I said, today we're going to focus on putting images inside of a PNG in a template where it has an opening. So I'm going to show you a couple different ways. Now, there are some additional tips to this, and I'm going to show you some things. But if you want the full scope of it, make sure that you join my 30-day Silhouette training. It's available on our website, shop.hsinc365.com, where I break down exactly how to use all the tools and functions in Silhouette Studio. All right, let's go ahead and go to the screen, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. All right, and let's flip you guys around. All right, so I know it's kind of hard to see if you are watching this live broadcast over on TikTok. If you want to follow me on TikTok, my handle is Shakia the Professor 365. All right, so to bring an image into Silhouette Studio, you can do one of two things. You can go to File, Merge, and you can bring them in one by one. Oops. Okay, sorry. So to bring an image in, you can do one of two things. You can bring the image in by going File, Merge, and then you'll be able to bring it in one by one into the same screen. Or you can open up your file and just kind of have your file folder open, and you can select multiple images. I'm just going to select these two. So I'm going to hold down Control in this one, and we're going to drag and drop. Well, actually, no. Well, that one, you can just drag and drop. So you'll be able to do them faster. I'm sorry. It doesn't do, on this one, it doesn't do multiples. I'm thinking about when you're adding, what are those things called? Patterns. So I'm going to click off of this one, but you can see how easy it is to just drag and drop images into Silhouette Studio just by having it open. But if you go merge, you have to do them one by one by one by one. Okay. All right. And we're just going to minimize this so you guys can see all of those images that I brought in. All right. We're going to just delete those because we don't need them. Oh, whoa, hold on. Let's see. Oh man, I did not realize that it switched. I'm glad I looked over to the comment section. I guess I'm gonna probably have to like edit that part out. I'm gonna do my best to edit it out. So here's what we're gonna do, because this is live and in real time. I'm going to basically start this over so that it gives me like a little point where I can trim it down and edit it. That means on face, I'm not even going to share it on Facebook because I'm going to trim it down. So yeah, let me do that. So I should sound better now because now I'm on the right microphone. But it looks like I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. It seems like it's unstable. I really did not want this to be one of those types of videos. I wanted it to be one where it's just like all the way through. I may have to just record this and just upload it. Yeah. So if you're watching this, I'm going to probably leave it up for a little bit, but I am going to just record this and just upload it because it seems as if the internet is like, it's not pushing it out. So it might be blurry. So, all right, let me basically, I'm going to put the image back. So I'm going to end up repeating this part. So yeah, let's just run this back. Okay. All right, let's pull this image up. There we go. All right, let's run this back again. All right. So, hello everyone. Incredible afternoon, incredible morning, incredible evening, depending on when you are watching this. Welcome to Silaholics Anonymous. I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365. We are the parent company of Silaholics Anonymous, which is where I have been teaching you guys how to use Silhouette Studio, which is the design software that controls the Cameo machine, but you can use it as a standalone graphic designing software, and you can use it absolutely free. Just visit Silhouette America's website and download the base program. But if you want all the bells and whistles, I do highly recommend that you purchase. It's a one-time fee for Business Edition, but there are other ones, and there are different benefits to each version. Silhouette Studio is kind of like using Photoshop, Illustrator, and some other graphic designing softwares, but it's a little less like complicated than kind of just going straight to the big boy. So it's a really good starter graphic designing software, and I'm here to teach you how to do that. So as you can see from the thumbnail on the screen, we are going to learn how to add images to Tumbler templates that are PNGs and have an opening for photos. So I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can do that. And if you want the full scope of how to do it, be sure to head over to our website, shop.hsync365.com, where you can sign up for my 30-day training. And I'm going to add a bonus video to that group on some other tips and tricks. All right. So let's head over to Silhouette Studio and get started. All right. To bring your images in, there are a couple of ways that this can be done. Okay. You can either drag and drop, which we're going to move these over to the side for now. You can either drag and drop or use file merge. You're going to go onto your computer, wherever your image is, you're going to click on that. So whether it's an image, an SVG, another silhouette file, you hit merge, it'll bring that into that same file so that you don't have to open it in a separate one and then do copy paste. Or you can have your file folder open on your computer, and then you're going to click on your image and drag it over. So just drag and drop. I'm just going to add a few of them in here just so that you can see the fact that I'm going to drag and drop these in here. Okay. All right, so I'm going to minimize that, and there are all of our images here. I really don't need these, so we're just going to delete it. So we're going to focus on these three here. I'm going to select all three, then I'm going to go up to the top and I'm going to center them. Of course, these images came in way, way, way too big. So we're going to shrink it down and bring it back over here, and then I'm going to hit my button to kind of center back on the center of the screen. All right. We're going to then come over to our fill tool and take our transparency down so that we can kind of see through those images. And we're going to shrink it and bring it kind of over here. Now, with this being a PNG, can you see through it? Yes, right? We can see through that. However, you cannot click in here, right? Because it is like, think of it like a glass window. You can see through it. It's not a glass door or open door. You cannot reach through it. So there's different things that you can do. We're going to send this back to the back. And I'm going to take my images and spread them out. Okay, so let's say I want this one here, this one here. We're going to shrink that one down some, rotate it, and I'm just kind of eyeballing it to figure out where I want these images to go. All right, once we kind of have them in the general area, you're going to go over to your rectangle tool, make a box a little bit smaller than the, a little bit bigger than the opening that's there. And I'm going to fill that in with some color. And then I'm going to duplicate it a few times so that I have it on the other images. All right. Now I'm going to click on the photograph that I want to be in that space, hold down Shift, click on the square, and first let me make a duplicate because I'm going to show you guys something else. So we're going to click on that square. We're going to go over to our modify panel, and we're going to crop. Then we're going to do the same thing with these and crop. Hold down Shift, select it, crop. And then we can take up our transparency so we can see the full strength of the image. And then we're going to click on our template, right click, and bring it to the front. That way the images sit behind it. This particular template does have like a shadow around the image. So we want to be able to have that. So we're going to just send it to the back. Once you have that in place, you're going to select it, group it together, and you're ready to print it. Now, if you need to make any adjustments or if you need to switch out the pictures, you're going to have to move it and kind of do the same thing over again. Now, there is a way for you to have the picture kind of be in this space, but you're not going to have that shadow layer where you can, actually change it without going like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If you want to change it, you can simply ungroup it, send this to the back, click on your image, put a new one there, and then bring this to the front or send them to the back and then group it again. All right. If you rather not kind of do the back and forth, or let's say you have a template where it doesn't have a shadow on it and you want to be able to really to fit it right in that spot. Because this is transparent, we're going to take a rectangle, put it behind it, and fill that in with black. And send it to the back. Once you do that, you're going to come over to your trace tool, select trace area, place your box around it. It's going to pick up on that black really, really good. And we're going to hit trace. Once you hit trace, you're going to click on just the trace. You'll know you have the trace when you see a smaller box. We're going to fill that in with some sort of color. Doesn't really matter what color it is. And then you're going to release compound path. Once you release compound path, everything is going to break up, and it's exactly what it's supposed to do. Doesn't matter because we're going to delete a lot of that. If you're in my 30-day training, you know the quick tip where you don't have to wait for it to release everything. So make sure that you guys go back to that video for that quick tip. If you're in the 30-day training, there's a quicker way of doing this. We're going to hold down Shift, click on all three boxes, and then delete everything else. Now you're able to crop your images down to these boxes. I'm going to show cropping one. And then if you have designer edition or above, I'm going to show you how you can just simply select it and put it in the box. So we're going to shrink this down, pull this over. So this part will pretty much be about the same. And we're going to take our transparency down, kind of position it, get it as big as we need it. All right. And then we're going to send this to the back, hold down shift, click on our box. And again, we're going to crop. And let's take our transparency up on that and move this box out of the way. So now it is on top. You're not going to get that, the shadow part that was around it is just going to sit on top. All right. If you have designer edition or above, we're just going to take these two images. I'm going to click on this box, go over here to my properties dropper, or you can hit I on your keyboard and you're going to click on the image. It is going to come in kind of funky, but if you go over to your fill tool, select maintain aspect ratio, you can then pan it, scale it, rotate it to fit exactly how you want it to fit in this space, okay? Once again, we're going to click on here. We're going to hit I on our keyboard. That's the keyboard shortcut. Click on your image. Then we're going to hit right here for maintain aspect ratio. Click on pan, move the white circle. If you want to scale it up, you're going to do it like that. And let's pan this some more. And then you can select it and group it together. Now, the difference between these two, we're going to come over as soon as I figure out where all my stuff went. Oh, there we go, over here. They were far away. I got to figure out which one it is. All right, there we go, right there. We're going to send this to the back. And, uh-oh, hold on. Okay, so these right here, let's move all this out of the way. They have the shadow around it. This does not. So it slightly changes the way the image looks, and it makes it a little bit more 3D when you are able to have that shadow around it. But again, you can't just click on that image to adjust it, to change it, or anything like that. You would have to do a lot of bring to the front, send to the back, or send to the back, bring to the front, and kind of go back and forth with that. There is a slightly easier way to do it, but that is an exclusive and premium hack that you can find in the Essentials to Silhouette Studio group. I'm going to post that video there. Also, if you notice, this is the original image right here. The colors on it, to me, are a bit muted. There is a way to really amp up that color, and especially on the end, to give you more of a richer and darker black. And that tip will also be in the 30-day training group, okay? So be on the lookout for that video to drop a little bit after this one if you're watching it live. If you're watching the playback of this, by the time you watch this playback, that video should be in the 30-day training group. If you want access to the group, all you got to do is visit our website, shop.hsinc365.com, and enroll in the 30-day Essentials to Silhouette Studio training. But hopefully this video has helped you with learning how to take those templates that have a open space for the photos and be able to effectively and efficiently add your image to that so that it looks incredible. All right, y'all. If you enjoyed this, do give this video a thumbs up. Make sure that you subscribe. If your subscribe is is red and not gray, you are not subscribed. And then click on the bell and hit all so that you get all notifications and you're notified whenever I go live or if I upload new content. And make sure that you also share this video out. All right, y'all, until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.